PUBG Corporation's Player Unknown Battlegrounds was voted the Game of the Year's 2018 at the Steam Awards, which was held February 8, 2019. So in December of last year, Valve had asked its community to vote for its top games in various categories. These categories include Game of the Year, Best Developer, VR Game of the Year, Best Environment, and a lot more. PUBG was the #1 selling game on Steam last year, so while congratulations are in order, there is no surprise that it labeled the Game of the Year. Activision's Blizzard has divulged plans to restructure and centralize its operation, which will result in mass layoff of their staff members. So this information was gathered from a report published by Bloomberg, and according to sources, the layoff will come from different parts of the game company. However, there has been no information gathered with regard to which section of the studio will be impacted. Activision is expected to make the official announcement on the 12th of February 2019. Ever since Obsidian Entertainment released trailers brandishing their action RPG The Outer Worlds, the fans assumed the game will be long, but we now know the contrary is factual. Co-directors Tim Kaine and Leonardo Boyarsky said The Outer Worlds is more of the reactive RPG than a sprawling open world. They also said 15 to 40 hours would be a reasonable guess as to how long it would take players to beat the game. They can emphasize the time required to complete the game is a playstyle dependent.
Of our world.
BioWare recently released a launch trailer for their action RPG Anthem, which reveals all 4 javelins performing in their respective roles. The launch trailer shows a team of 4 freelancers attiring themselves in preparation for their next mission. Each freelancer pilots one variation of the javelin exosuit, and the trailer also showcases the unique flight and combat mechanics of each javelin. Anthem is on course to be released on February 22, 2019 for Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Rely on each other. Unleash your power. Never give up.
Ready, Javelin 1?
Let's go! You are freelancers.
Ubisoft confirmed that the new additions to Rainbow Six Siege are Australian. The new operators come as a part of Operation Burnt Horizon, and they are members of the Special Air Service Regimented, which is a Special Forces unit of the Australian Army based in Britain's SAS. The attacker appears steadfast and strictly business-oriented, while the defender has more of a playful side and craves spotlight. While their personalities differ, they accent each other, are unified in all tasks assigned. Memory of Gods farming simulation game The Stillness of the Wind is now available on Steam. The game is popularly described as a minimalist, melancholy farming simulation about a goat herding grandma. In the game, you assume the role of a farmer who promptly tends to goats, tend to your homestead, and practice subsistence farming whilst dealing with disruptive letters from your family in the city. You can plant crops, breed goats, milk them, use their milk to make cheese, and a lot more.
I've started losing pieces of my day. The memory of it. The intent.
I want to go home. Say nothing. When did the birds go away?
Activision recently published a blog post announcing that it is offering a refund for any customer who had purchased Guitar Hero Live after December 2017. However, only players who had purchased Guitar Hero Live in the US is eligible for a refund. Confirmation of the purchase is required, such as a receipt or credit card statement. If you possess all the requisites, submit a claim form before May 1st and the money will be refunded. The rationale behind Activision's decisions has not yet been disclosed. Respawn has been tight-lipped when Apex Legends players have been eagerly asking for solos and duos modes to be added to the game since it released more than a week ago. Now, looks like the highly requested modes are coming to the game based on data mined by Fortnite data miner ShinoBR. According to supposed evidences they posted online, hidden within Apex Legends files are what looks like files referring to a solo mode and a two-man squad mode. Respawn and AA are yet to comment on this. Path of Exhaust is currently available on Xbox One and PC. Grinding Gear Games had initially announced that Path of Exile would be coming to PS4 in December 2018, but it was later delayed until February of 2019. Now, as we creep deeper into February, it appears that the developers are not quite just yet and consequently opted to push back the release date. Now, the developers assigned the date of the 3.6.0 expansion in March as the day PlayStation 4 players can welcome the game to their consoles.
Exile was meant to be my death sentence. Instead.
It looks like Spyro Ignited Trilogy is heading to Nintendo Switch. A Twitter user who goes by the name Aaron3111 posted a screenshot from the game's website showing a drop-down menu box that includes a space that was not there before. The user was quick to say that this could be evidence that the game could be heading to the Switch. This isn't the first time that the game is rumored to be heading to Nintendo's console. Star Citizen developers and one of their community members have come together in a collaborative effort to create a series of American Sign Language emotes for hearing impaired and partially hearing impaired players. Video animation director Steve Vabunder said, "I'm really happy for the community to have this opportunity to be able to roleplay and to express themselves in the way that they see fit. It is a very commendable for all the parties involved to be helping the game become more accessible to everyone." Today's feature deal is Project Hi-Rise, a simulation game developed by Casati Games. It is currently available at the best price of €2.77, while Steam price is at €19.99. Get this game today through our trusted store and save 86% off on our Citygate purchase. To get more of today's deal, guys, just simply type in !deal on the stream chat now. Make the smart move and head over to Allkeyshop.com to compare Citygate prices and save more. Reveals Ragyo and Noi gameplay, new release date for Total War, 3 Kingdoms announced, and a lot more. Now those are the exciting headlines for today. Now let's head on to our first update. Well, Respawn Entertainment recently revealed that their new BR game Apex Legends will receive its first season of content in March of this year. Well, this news came to light when the developers revealed a schedule for the game's first year. Well, according to the schedule, the first year is to be divided into 4 seasons that lasts approximately 3 months each. Well, the precise dates are yet to be announced, but we do know that the first season commences in March with the launch of the Battle Pass. Now let's move on to our next update for today. Now we've got here Daybreak has announced that H1Z1's upcoming free expansion will introduce an all-new 50-player free-for-all deathmatch mode. Well, the developers also released a video showing you what you can expect in said mode. According to the producers, players descend into the combat zone with their kits fully combat ready, after which they have around 15 minutes to battle against each other for the top spot on the leaderboards. Well, the free-for-all mode arrives in February 21st, 2019 as part of a free Beyond Royale expansion pack. And we've got here Foundation now in early access. Well, Polymorph Games' medieval city builder game Foundation is now in early access and already has game-changing mods. Well, the developers have been working earnestly to improve the game and have already added some brand new game modes. Well, this looks promising for the game, as hitting the ground running is one thing, but a sustained sprint requires dedication, and the devs exercise the latter. Well, Polymorph Games invites you to come build your own medieval city that thrives, expands, and support its populace.
Now up next, IGF finalist puzzle game Ethereal release date confirmed. Well, Nonsense Arts abstract puzzler and award nominee game Ethereal is set to be released on March 7, 2019. Well, this game has many good qualities, but the most cheered of all its attributes is its amazing soundtrack. Well, the game's soundtrack is so good, it is nominated for excellence in audio at the 2019 Independent Games Festival. Well, in the game, you guide a blob of color around 24 levels. Ethereal is currently available in the Steam store for PC and offers full controller support. And now we've got here Team Liquid bids farewell to Heroes of the Storm. Well, Team Liquid recently parted ways with Heroes of the Storm and dropped their esports team consequently. Blizzard opted to discontinue the Heroes Global Championship last year, and this was the competitive league for Heroes of the Storm and the means by which many pros sustained themselves. As you can imagine, Blizzard's abrupt decision wounded many pros, and Liquid's team was no exception. Liquid kept their team on contract for an additional month to help them transition into the next chapter of their lives. And now we have here Blacklight. Retribution shuts down servers for good. Well, publisher Hardsuit Labs has announced that on March 11th, 2019, well, their FPS Blacklight Retribution's servers will shut down indefinitely. Zombie Studios was responsible for developing the futuristic shooter, but in 2015, they discontinued production, leaving the publishers to keep the game afloat. Well, the publishers managed to preserve the game for years, but must now pull the plug themselves as a token of appreciation. All the items in the game have been made free and accessible to all players. Up next, Kill the Game If reveals Ragyo and Noi gameplay. Well, Quest Gaming TV recently featured a 14-minute gameplay video of Arc System Works battle action game Kill the Game. The game F. So the video gave the main antagonists Noi Harimi and Ragyo Kiryoin some screen time to show off some of their signature moves from the hit anime series. Well, the gameplay mechanics look really good and comparable to that of other competitive titles. While a precise date is unconfirmed by Kill the Game F, is expected to drop later this year for PS4, PC, and Nintendo Switch. And up next, a new release date for Total War 3 Kingdoms announced. While Creative Assembly's highly anticipated strategy title Total War 3 Kingdoms has received a new release date, and it is May 23rd, 2019. Well, since being announced, the game has garnered much attention because it dares to make a significant step forward for Total War by creating a brand new level of depth for their dedicated and deserving player base. Well, the developers have assured the players that the added wait time is being used to make the game as polished as possible at release. Now Moving forward, World of Tanks Mercenaries celebrates 5th anniversary on consoles. Well, World of Tanks Mercenaries has been on consoles for over 5 years, and the developers Wargaming deem this milestone worthy of a celebration. Well, Wargaming also announced that their vehicular combat game has recruited over 18 million commanders. The developers now promise that a stream of special in-game events and prize giveaways will be soon deployed as part of the celebration. Well, you can visit the game's official page for further details. The game is available for PC, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and Android. Well, up next, The Witcher 3's Triss Marigold mod crosses over to Monster Hunter World. Now, Monster Hunter World's Witcher 3 crossover event is currently live and allows you to play as Triss Marigold from The Witcher 3. Well, the event is only live for console for now, but PC players will be able to access the event a little further into the year. Well, Capcom is also giving players who finish the Witcher 3 crossover event some Witcher-themed special items and many resources with which they can craft a host of different items. Players will also get new gestures and aesthetic upgrades. And now we've got here Jump Force system requirements revealed. Now, the official PC requirements have been posted for Spike Chunsoft's fighting game Jump Force. Well, the details were posted on the game's official Steam page, and they don't appear particularly kind to the very low-end PC gamers. Well, the developers recommends Intel Core i7-6700 or an AMD Ryzen 5 1400 CPU with 8GB of RAM and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 or an AMD Radeon R9 Fury graphics card. Players are also required to have at least 17GB of space on their systems. Jump Force releases on February 15th, 2019. And now we are down to our last news for today. That's Allkeyshop deal of the day. Now, today's featured deal is Project High Rise, a simulation game developed by Kasedo Games. It is currently available at the best price of €2.77, while Steam price is €19.99. Get this game today through our trusted store and save 86% in your CDK purchase. Now, to get more of today's deals, type in !deal in the stream chat now. Make a smart move and head over to allkeyshop.com to compare CDK prices and save more.